was talking to Mike just a minute ago, and we were talking about DUIs and that sort of thing. When I was young, of course I'm a lot older than you, but when I was young, you get a DUI, you go to jail, pay a $300 or $400 fine, and you're out back on the street in a couple of hours. It's not that way anymore, buddy.
No.
It's a major, as it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
As well. I'm not saying that was the right way to be back in the day, but so we got a new program here that you've really been working on. That's something near and dear to your heart. So
it sure is.
Let's talk about it a little bit. Pretty cool program.
It is. So it's a driver intervention program. So when I was in prison, I was in Marysville. I got locked up, and there was a girl in treatment with me at the time, and she had a really long prison sentence, like 34 years. And so I was kind of like, oh God, what'd she do? You know, you don't ever ask people like, what are you in for?
Right.
So as I get to know her and we get to talking and things, she explains to me that she had got a DUI in Northern Ohio. It was her second DUI in the matter of a year. And as a result, there was a tragic car accident. And there were 6 people that were injured, a couple of which were children. One of the children, I believe, lost a leg. The other one is a paraplegic. And it really affected this young lady. And so her sentencing judge sentenced her to 34 mandatory years in prison. That's no good days. That's no getting out early.
Right.
That she could not do anything to get extra days. They figured she had been told the first time, her first DUI, you shouldn't be driving and drinking. The second one, well, this accident occurred.
So it was the second one that happened?
Second one within a year. And the accident was not her fault. It was at the fault of the other driver. However, because she was driving under the influence and she was on restriction from driving from the first DUI, they really gave her some charges, years. And I'm not saying that's bad. I think everyone, you do the crime, you better be ready to do the time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really is, but it put it in such perspective for me. So her name is Lexi. And so as I'm in treatment in Marysville with Lexi, we talk and get to know each other. And I tell her, I'm like, Lex, listen, if I can go home and stay sober, I'm going to try my hardest to educate people. Because how many times has any of us drove under the influence of whatever? And now you hardly ever get somebody that it's alcohol consumption. Normally now it's their own pain medication, pills,
right.
whatever. So about a year ago, I was telling Donna and Mike, I'm like, listen, I want to do a driver's intervention program. Mike said, Kathy, we're not doing anything else. Like, you need to pump the brakes. And I said, no, you don't understand. Like, this is not that kind of program. I was fortunate enough to teach a DUI program several years ago for Spectrum Outreach when they were in business. For about 4 years, I taught their driver intervention program, and that's like the way to get out there and meet people. And that's how you start educating them on the things that happen in our community with drugs and things. Lawrence County, we are so fortunate to have some amazing municipal judges. And they sentence, on the first offense, they will sentence them to either 3 days in jail, or they can come to a 72-hour program where they stay at a hotel for a period of time, get educated, and then leave with a certificate, hoping not that everyone that gets a DUI is an alcoholic or addict.
Oh,
sometimes,
no, absolutely.
some people just have
Absolutely.
one extra. It's like Taco Tuesday and one extra margarita and you're hit.
Yeah.
So I found that was my way to connect with the public. So our program is really going to be more of a heartfelt thing, education, and we're wanting to educate people on the dangers that are just out there. I got their attention for at least 72 hours because the judge said they had to sit still. So our program's going to be ran a little bit differently. There's going to be more kind of engagement. Michelle Massey and Teresa Cornell have been helping me immensely with this program, and I can't wait. Our first class is in August. We'll have about 30 participants per class, and they will stay at a local hotel, and we'll be there kind of going through some stuff with them. If anyone needs any information, you can get on the website, lawrencecountyrecovery.com, and kind of pull it up and look. There's also a scan code on the back. It will connect you straight to all of the paperwork that you need to file, goes through everything to answer a lot of the questions, and it allows you to kind of get a look-see of what you're signing up for. It's $600 for double occupancy. It runs from 6 p.m. on Thursday to 6 p.m. on Sunday. I feel like that this is going to be just a good way for people to become educated.
Absolutely.
And my goal is when they leave, they walk away with a little more knowledge than when they walked in the door. I think it's going to be a good thing. We're going to have some guest speakers that come from some local hospitals talking about babies that are born addicted, because you have to offer so much education on drugs and alcohol. We are set up to take credit card. That was a request when
Yep.
we was kind of throwing it out there. A lot of folks, $600 is some money.
Well, when you said $600, I thought, yeah, that might sound like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money to a lot of people, but it's nothing compared to what it could turn into.
Exactly.
By not being educated, going out and driving, injure somebody,
Yeah.
hurt somebody, kill yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, it's well worth the $600, I can tell you.
Yeah, and we're going to engage a little bit more and kind of do some education on Narcan. A lot of folks don't really know what that is. So it's going to give us the opportunity to get out there in the public and kind of tell them about the program. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to call our office, 740-646-6640, or you can just set it up and you can email us. There's a question and answer segment online, and we would love to see some folks get some education.
I can guarantee you, do that. You got all the information right there. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.